Ladies and gentlemen,
Please welcome at the first symposium for biotechnology in Macedonia. This interview was recorded only to become closer with stem cells. For that reason, I presenting to you Professor Dr. Miomir Knezevic, temporarily professor at University of Ljubljana and director at the first biobank for saving cord blood in Slovenia.
Biohramba.
Yeah, okay, thank you first. I'm glad that I can talk about this topic to the students which I don't know in Macedonia. So welcome and hi everybody. I would like to tell you that we're talking about is one of the hottest topics in biotechnology these days. It's hype or hope. Nobody still cannot predict. Will the somatic cell banking and somatic cell therapies develop in the real personalized medicine products or not? But at least they are a possibility. So it means they are a possibility to cure the disease, not just reduce the symptoms, like most of the drugs which we are using today do. So what is very important is that the part of our regeneration and our health we are bringing in our own bodies. If we wouldn't have these stem cells, we cannot heal our wounds, we cannot let's say develop fresh skin or fresh epithelia and so on. So some of the people say that aging is lack of stem cells in our body. The last time that you have relatively, let's say, undeveloped cells present in your body is at your birth. So when the child is somehow moved from the mother and the placenta is also born, then a certain part of the blood still persists in the cord and in the umbilical cord vein, and there is a source of about 100 to 200 milliliters of blood where there is a lot of very good hematopoietic stem cells. These cells are used also in therapy now, but not for allogenic purposes. They are used for allogenic purposes, not for autologous purposes so much. But the future is also to use them, let's say, for the children when they will be older. This is still a speculation. There are not many cases when these cells were used, but at least the logic, let's say, biological logic tells you that these cells are, let's say, 10 times to 100 times more potent than your stem cells when you are, let's say, old as I am. So I have no possibility for it.
What is potent cells?
Potent cell means that it develops fast, it can regenerate itself, it can proliferate, and it can be also differentiated then in the certain direction. So it means that you can get, let's say, different types of the cells, because you know that we have more than 200 cell types in our body. So what our body have to, let's say, take care of is to really, let's say, replace each cell type when it is used or dead or whatever. We know that, let's say, skin is changing each 14 days. So the lifespan of the keratinocytes is 14 days. You know that erythrocytes, which are, let's say, the cells without the nucleus, are around 120 days, so it means 3 months. But there are also cells which are, let's say, which do not regenerate spontaneously, especially in heart, part of the nerves, and so on. And also cartilage is one of these tissues which cannot spontaneously regenerate if the wound or the lesion is too big. So the regenerative medicine and tissue engineering, the part of it, and cell therapies can bring you an opportunity that using your own stem cells, or let's say stem cells which are, let's say, compatible with you, that you can use them to regenerate certain, let's say, part which is problematic. Yes.
So what kind of methods are used for regenerative medicine or engineering?
First is isolation of the cells. That's the first. And then you have to process them. It means to separate them from the undesired background. Then you have to freeze them and cryopreserve them for years. It can stand in the liquid nitrogen for a very long time. And then also in the meantime you have to use certain scaffolds or certain matrices which cells like, so that you put these cells on these matrices and then let's say put them on the place of the wound. You can use these cells also by themselves, so it means they a lot of times form these matrix by themselves. But let's say it's a matter of the clinical of physician to decide which type of the therapy he will use. So mostly what I would like to say is that, let's say, now this is part of also of the business as well, but you know, this is a business which is highly ethically powered, and also a lot of unethical and misleading information are present. A lot of times companies which would just like to be part of this show, they are promising things which cannot be fulfilled, and people are then disappointed. They are doing things which they cannot do, and people still, and when people realize that this was a fraud, they think that the whole field is bad. What our company is doing and will do as well is to make a business on the strong ethical basis, where we won't promise people things which we cannot fulfill. And if there is a certain speculation, we will tell them openly, so that the people will still know why they would decide to, let's say, store their cells in the liquid nitrogen and, let's say, pay a certain fee normally, because the company have to make profit, but this profit should be transparent and should be in a big portion moved back to the research to develop the whole field of regenerative medicine.
So, in your opinion, what is the future from these cells, or where could they used for something?